Hello traders, welcome back to another watchlist video. For the last 6 weeks, we have been grinding upward, and it's really amazing to see that relentless buying in the market. Since the beginning of the year, the market dropped almost 30%, and around that it bottomed on June 13th, right here. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, both Nasdaq and S&P 500 are forming inverse head and shoulder. And if you know the basics of the chart pattern, then that's a bullish pattern. We are through with all the major catalysts such as a Fed meeting, GDP, and the major earnings. And now we need to watch if market can carry this momentum even further. Even though everything looks dovish now, I'm a little bit concerned about its economic condition because they are not that good. And it seems like a typical bear market rally or third quarter rally, and I don't think we will see another drop of more than 30% that we saw in the beginning of the year, but probably we will see this kind of like a bull rally, then steady decline, 5%, 2%, 10%, something like that. So that's my overall analysis. Now let's start with this week's watch list. Starting with the Nasdaq, inverse head and shoulder formation, as I mentioned just now, is in play, but we didn't break through that 13,000 level yet, as the market closed on Friday at 12,971. If we don't get a rejection from that 13,000 level, then the next level will be 13,300 and 13,669. Watch these two levels closely, as we might get a pullback from these two levels. Next one is S&P 500. It is looking very similar to Nasdaq. Also, it has the inverse head and shoulder formation. On Friday, it closed at 4,133.50, which is quite bullish and above my expectations. So now we are about at 4,000 level or above that, and held it nicely. The next target should be 4,200. Next one is VIX. VIX volatility index has an inverse proportion to the stock market. So we have been seeing this rally and constant drop in the VIX, and it continues. As I mentioned in my previous video, that it might retest this 2120 level, and unfortunately that became true. We are retesting this 21 level once again. If we broke through that level, then watch for the next level will be 1978. But I don't think so VIX will drop even further, as most of the market moving catalysts are over. So we might see a turnaround and a strong inversion in VIX. So just keep that in mind. Next one is Apple. Apple's earnings were not that stellar. If you look at it, it's not that big of a deal. They just beat expectations and gapped up going into the Friday and broke the barrier of 160. So right now, Friday we closed at 162.11. Apple is overextended, and at this price point, the next level to watch for is 163.88 and 166.49. Rejection from this level might pull it back to fill that gap between 159.70 to 157.85. So this is almost like a parabolic rally. So, and if you notice the previous trend, we have this parabolic rally, pullback, parabolic rally. It's like it if it couldn't break through a particular level, then it will slide back even further violently. AbbVie's earnings were not that good, similar to Apple, but as they missed their revenue by 0.65%, it dropped on that news to 143.51. Okay, I think it has more room to the downside. Watch for the retest of 140 followed by 139. These two levels. Next one is Airbnb. Airbnb will report their earnings on 2nd August, and I think it will drop after earnings, as it's at its current price, it's basically pricing in all that earning move. If the earnings are exceptionally good, then we might see a retest of 121.23 or even breakthrough above that. But if earnings are closer to the expectations or at the expectations, then probably we will get a rejection and drop to $100 level once again. Next one is AMD. AMD will report their earnings on the 2nd August and watch for the $100 level, as that's a major level to break. On the good earnings, it can push to 110 at the max, which will be the top of this level. I draw these boxes of the zone or the resistance zone where volume and price coincides with each other, and just watch for this barrier, if the stock price is breaking this barrier level or not. Amazon missed earning by 266.81%, and they are losing a lot of money on their retail business. The only thing that keeping Amazon afloat is its AWS business. After earning, it gapped up from 122 to 132. So watch for 135 level for the possible rejection. If we push through that, then 139 and 140 will be the next level to watch. I don't think so that will happen. We might get a rejection going into this 139 143 level and might come back down to fill this gap pretty quickly. Next one is Disney. Disney will report their earnings on 10th August. With good earnings and sympathy of Netflix earning, it can run towards 107, 111. Etsy. Moving into overbought territory. As you guys can see here, both RSI and stochastic are moving towards that overbought territory. So watch for the retest and rejection of 114. If we break through that, then watch for 130 for the next level. Otherwise, if we get a rejection from any of this level, then the retest of 114 will be the next one. If we get rejection from the 130, or if we get a rejection from 114, then it will quickly retest this $100 level and fill this small gap between 99 and 98. Expedia will report their earnings again on 4th of August, and I think their earnings will look good, and on the basis of that, it will push even higher above 110, which is at the beginning of the small gap between 112 to 114. So just watch for the earnings report, how they report their earning and whatnot. Microsoft. This one is a bit of a surprise because Microsoft missed on both earnings and revenue, but still ran wild towards 280. On the 17th, they will pay out their dividends. So by that time, probably this stock will keep moving higher as people buy the stock to capture that dividend benefit. Now after that, in between that period from the earnings to the dividend, either we will consolidate between 280 to 285 or move towards 295. Right now it's in a supply zone, so watch for the 284 for the possible rejection coming back down towards 280 or 280 to 275. But this type of move is unprecedented based on what earning they provided us. So let's see what happens with Microsoft. As Microsoft and Apple both are the major ones, they move market a lot. So every move that they do reflects on the market as well. Netflix. Watch for the move towards 252, and if it getting hard rejection before it start filling this huge gap between 247 to 335. There are multiple levels of the resistance in between that, but I think it's not going to fill this gap completely. It might get rejection from this two level, from 269 or 289, or like pretty much close to 300, because I have seen a relentless put options buying on Netflix. So just be careful, because once it start losing its momentum, it will come crashing down. Nike had just a nice downtrend break. Watch for the 169.79 and 120.60 for the possible rejection. Nvidia will report their earnings on 24th August, so it's a little bit far off, and it might get a sympathy boost out of AMD's earning, considering that AMD's earning will be good. Still watch for 189.50 and 196.14 for the possible retest and rejection. If the market holds the current momentum, then Nvidia might break through 200 before its earning. Next one is Oxy. Oxy will, with all the price action saga and elevated goods prices, because most of the goods are byproduct of petroleum products. So if petroleum is expensive, other goods are expensive as well, and that will add up into the revenue of Oxy. Because rest of the oil companies gave a stellar earning and they jumped up on their earnings, so I believe that Oxy's earning will be good, and it might retest the 68.75 level pretty quickly. And their earnings are on 2nd August. Also, they pays the dividend, so between earnings and the dividend, people will constantly buy the stock based on what their earning and the future guidance looks like. PayPal will report their earning on 2nd August, and I'm not too optimistic about the PayPal, but watch for the 93.94, 93.60, and about that we have this massive supply zone between 99 to 110. Roblox will present their earnings on 9th August, and Meta's earnings were not that good, and it might reflect on Roblox as well. So past few earnings, they were just losing money. So let's see what changes this quarter, and if they can give us a good earning report and future guidance. If not, then we might get a rejection between these two levels, like 48.12, 53, or even might get a rejection from its current level, which is at 42.93, and come crashing down to retest 35 or 30 level. Tesla pushed almost like $40 by the end of the Friday's trading session, and it was a strong move, and it might break through the 900 going into the next week and retest 941, 941.50, 950. So if it cracks the 900, then the next level it can push quickly towards 950, where it can meet or measure resistance and come back down to retest 900, 850 level on a pullback. So there you go guys, another video wrapped up. If you gain any value from this video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.